My dear brothers and sisters, it is I, Thomas Merton. I come as I promised my brother I would, and I come in the love of God. I have been waiting, as they say, in the wings, to speak, and I was encouraged to do so by those who had mentored me as I crossed into spirit, most particularly Martin Luther, who, as you know, is a wonderful celestial spirit. Yes, I was connected to the Cistercian, strict adherents, Catholics following the Benedictine and the Bernardian rules, and we were called Trappist monks. And I resided for quite some time in a monastery in the state of Kentucky. I was also quite a obsessive-compulsive fellow, and I hungered for knowledge. I believed very heavily in the power of the Eucharist, what the Catholics call Holy Communion, the body and blood of Christ received. And I wrote about this extensively, as well as encouraged by my abbot to write a book about my journey thus far. I did study comparative religions, but everything I shared was seen through the lens of this very strict doctrine of transubstantiation and the mystical Christ, I called it, the mystical body of Christ being the church, the one true way, and all these other philosophies, religious beliefs I benefited from, but viewed them as simply human blessings, good advice. As I gained some notoriety as a writer, especially within the Catholic community, known for my expansive objectivity and viewpoints, my bringing in other philosophies that could somehow benefit the true believers, I began to feel a certain despair, because all my knowledge was not leading me to a place that I believed was within. I was not at peace. I began to practice a meditation, a kind of Zen meditation, to calm my mind, to be centered. And if it were not for my sudden and early demise, this may have led me to a deeper prayer. But because I believed everything was all one and within, very much aligned with Hinduism and New Thought, I didn't have access to the truth. If I had known the writings of James Paget, perhaps my heart would have been opened, my mind would have been opened, seeing past the limited doctrines and dogmas of my church, and realizing all could be one, at one with the Creator, as Master Jesus was. And so my life is an example, in a way, of how all the readings, all the philosophies, all the intellectual understandings, curiosities, do not add up to a single ounce of divine love. Much of what I wrote was doctrinal, was completely in error. My views on social justice, pacifism, Eastern philosophies were quite good. And now I see they are in the realm of what you call the natural love, human love. But when I crossed over, I was mentored by many, but very much so by Martin Luther. And I have read James Paget and met James, a very bright celestial spirit, and the harbinger of the truths that many of you know. I have also looked at what Brother Fike received from Master Jesus, kind of reiteration, clarification, and expansion in contemporary language of what James Paget received. And I encourage you, if you have not read those, they are beautiful, beautiful messages. As well as my brother here, who gets practical advice, which I suppose I should be giving you, because this is what he likes to receive and share, along with his music. But he has the heart of a poet, and so what he gets can be less comprehensive but more concise. And I'm very, very pleased that he has allowed me to come through tonight and before. So as Lao Tzu once stated, the Chinese sage, the farther one travels, the less one knows. That was my life, coming into spirit and introduced to the realities of the teachings of Jesus, which became very clear once I could see, once the veil was lifted from my dogmatic brain, from my willful blindness. I began to truly pray. And this quietness and calmness that I so fervently sought after on earth came to me as God showered my soul with love. I saw it was not a matter of getting quiet first, but really a matter of intention, of the longings in my soul to feel the presence of God, to receive the new birth that the Master clearly stated was the goal. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door will be open. Finally I did. So as many have told you, pray. Pray from the depths of your soul with all your heart, open to receiving this wonderful, wonderful gift, the greatest gift given to all who ask sincerely. I shall step back and I thank you with all my heart for allowing me to speak. May what I have said help you in some way, and may God bless you and all with his great love. Thank you. I am your brother and humble servant, Thomas Merton.